Hey guys, what is going on? It is XCKJ here today, and we are going to be discussing what champions you should be playing in patch 2.05 in order to be winning more of your ranked games. Let's get right into the video. What we're doing is very simple. I'm going to list 3 champions from every role, and that way in case anything gets picked, anything gets banned, you still have an option in something that you can play. I suggest learning at least a few of the different roles before you do get into ranked. Well, you should know at least one champion in every role before you start playing ranked, and if you want to climb higher up, you should definitely know a few champions in every role. So take what I have to say to heart. Maybe you might learn something, maybe not. I hope that you just stick around and enjoy the video. Let's jump right into it. Starting out with the damages, the first thing on my list is Cassie. Now, Cassie is super strong right now. She has many viable options that you can pick, both of her talents. One of them being her big game talent, which helps you dealing with tanks. It is more of a reserved build. It arguably can be an offensive build, but it is just to get way more damage down on the tanks, so you don't have to worry about if there is an Anar or something like that. It is a great pick. Pick it into very tanky champions. But you also can go her impulse build, which is great for just shooting down squishies, and even against tanks it is really good. So she is a solid pick right now in this current patch. I definitely suggest trying her out. Her shots are very easy to hit. She's not challenging. I would definitely suggest giving her a try this patch. Next on the list is Drogas. He was on our list last patch, and he is going to be again this patch just because he's so strong. Wormjet is still the way to go. You're still going to be doing it. I can't imagine that he's going to be going anywhere on the list, just because unless they nerf his flight ability or something else about him, I do not see him not being on the list anytime soon. So just the fact that you can fly around, it makes it super hard for so many champions to kill him. So if you're last picking a Drogas, that could be really strong, especially if they don't have somebody like Cassie, like Leon, like Strix to be able to shoot him down out of the sky. His ult is also very strong. Just being able to pick a tank and just destroy them, or anybody who's being problematic for that matter. You could just pick one person and they die. Make sure to be very careful. People like Khan can dodge this just by making themselves immune. Of course, you probably already know that. Last damage on the list, Tyra will be returning this patch just because her firebomb is just insane. The amount of damage you can get down on the point, it is crazy. You just throw the firebomb on the point, you leave, you go kill somebody else, and the next thing you know, you got taken out the entire team. Not to mention your ult can mow people down, mow them down. If your tracking is good, play her. Just play her. Do yourself a favor and play her. Honorable mentions. Leon is still very strong. Don't be scared of her after the nerf. She's great. Shaolin is strong right now, especially depending on the flanks they pick. He can two-shot most flanks, most damages, so just be keeping that on your radar. Now, getting into the healers. Starting out with Damba, same exact as last patch, still super strong. Make sure that you are hitting those snakes, stunning those people, but focus mainly on the heals. If you're new to Damba, don't worry about all the stunning and everything like that. You might end up hitting a few stuns throughout the game, and yes, you do want to focus on it, but I would not go the Deft Hands build with the fast snake toss and all that kind of stuff. Just go for the easy heals, the one that allows you to get the extra heals. Use this build and you will definitely be able to keep your team up. You'll do a lot of heals, and he's a slithery snake, gets out of everything. Not to mention he got some really sick skins this patch. High res, you're doing a great job with the skins, let me tell you. Next on the list we have Genos. Genos' Astral Mark is still strong. The Void Grip is still strong. If you were playing Genos last patch, you just keep doing what you were doing. His ult is just double kill central. Just lets you get kills like you cannot imagine. He does damage, he does healing, he gives your team more damage. He can heal the entire team. Yes, his healing may be a little bit weaker, but what I have noticed this patch specifically is good healers are not necessarily what you want. You want to be able to kill their healer and their damages faster than they kill your healer and your damages. If you can do that, then you are doing great. Yes, the healers can help, but the grindiness of the game is starting to disappear again. It was there for a few patches, and it's starting to fade out again. The last healer on the list will be Grover. Now, Grover, he was on we still have the exact same list as we had the last patch, but Grover has a little bit of difference. His roots build is now the build you want to go. If you're going Rampant Bloom, I'm sorry, it is not good. You're practically just whacking yourself in your kneecaps, let me tell you, because this Grover build is insane, guys. You have to give it a try. You have to give it a try. You can play around with different types of build, but the chop down build is definitely the way to go. Being able to root your enemies and have it bounce, root several enemies, like I said before, the whole entire meta right now is around bursting down people. So when you get somebody out of place and you get them rooted right there, they immediately get burst down. Not to mention the amount of damage you can do, and that little burst heal and that push, you're great. Not to mention his ult is one of the best counters to so many other ults in the game. Somebody else activates their ult, you just activate your ult, and your entire team will most likely survive. You become immune to everything, and most of the time they don't have enough burst damage to be able to take you down. Make sure that you are not using it on super low health, or else they will be able to kill you, which you probably already know. But that will wrap it up with the healers. Some honorable mentions for the healers will still be Furia. Ying is starting to do very good. As I mentioned before, though, her heal ability is just so good. However, she doesn't have that CC. That's all she's missing. If she had more CC, or if she had an AoE damage ability, and when I'm saying Ying, Life Exchange Ying, of course, is the only one. So when I say, oh, she needs the AoE, and then you say, hey, you just go the build where the little illusions blow up. Yeah. Psh, get out of here with that trash, boy. The flanks. Whew. This patch, the flanks are killing it this patch. Let me tell you. This patch, the flanks are killing it. The Steelforge patch, whew, getting right into it. Xin is still super strong on the list. He's killing it out there. I'm still going the whirl into the invisible, back into the whirl build. It helps you get some mobility. I really like mobility on my flanks. However you enjoy to play your flanks, play them that way. But yeah, even in, like, I've been seeing some pro players, they've been using his ult to even move around the map a lot faster, but his damage is still insane. While playing him, one little tip I do have, be careful for champions with high burst damage, because he's a lot squishier than I remembered him until I started playing him a lot. And yeah, so he gets burst down pretty quickly, so just be aware of that. Second on the list is Eevee. Not much to say there. Talked about her again last patch. We'll talk about her again this patch. Still so strong. This patch is Eevee Wormhole. You're just blinking in, blinking out, still doing the same thing. You have the 850 damage is amazing. When combined with Genos, it's even stronger. You can do so much burst damage. Not to mention, you want to be playing her in an unrisky way. So what I mean by that is you want to blink in, blink out. Blink in, get a few shots, blink out. You see somebody low, blink in, try to kill them, blink out. You do not want to put your life at risk. That's how you're trying to play Eevee. You're just trying, once you get your ult, maybe then you could go for a little bit of a harder dive, but while playing her, you want to play safe. Make sure that when playing any flank, you're playing more safe than sorry, because if you do die and their flank is up, they now can come in and just come at your healers. So a little tip, make sure that while you're playing your flanks, that you're playing a little bit safer. I've seen a lot of flanks try to just go all out and kill the entire enemy team, and while it's flashy and cool, it is flashy and cool, but it does not win you games. I just want you to know that. Third on the list, we're going to change. It is not Andrea this patch. We are moving into the Mave. Yeah, that 1 second plus on her prowl. You just send her right over the edge. No, I'm kidding. But she's really strong this patch. You want to go the execute build. Once the tanks get below 35% health, you just dash at them. Usually daggers, dash will kill any squishy, and after you kill the squishies in the back line, you can move into the tanks and kill them. Make sure that you're killing the squishies first, not getting too caught up in the tanks. I know you can with the execute build, but still, it is very annoying when the healer's still up, you're going after the tanks, and then they just get healed right above the 35%, you don't execute, now you have nothing left, and you're just throwing your daggers, which are good, but you could do better than that. I have faith in you. You can do better than that. Some honorable mentions: if you're already good at Andro, you could still play him. Going into the front lines, this is a little bit more of a complicated topic, that's why I left them for last. Tanks right now are in an interesting spot. They're all very strong for the most part. Hear me out. Terminus, probably still wouldn't play him in ranked. Fernando, you can have a better option. Ruckus is in the exact same boat as all of them. Don't get me wrong, Fernando is really strong, but for like if you're solo queuing and you don't necessarily have a team, I don't know if he's the one that you want to be solo carrying with. The three tanks that I have chosen is first Ashe. I think Ashe is very strong right now. Still able to do the AoE stuns, able to just really apply cauterize, can solo carry a game. You can do really well with her. You can help your flank demount all of them, then get back to the point in time. She's just really strong. Plus, like I said, her ult's great, her shield is great. I just really suggest trying her out with her fortress build. Very strong. The next tank on the list, we are going to be playing Khan this patch. I chose Khan because I think he has better solo carrying potentials or even duo carrying potentials than a lot of the other tanks like Makoa. With his Storm Bullet ability, he is able to really melt down tanks, squishies, everyone. Just dash into them, grab them, throw them behind you, shoot them down. You have a lot of sustain, a shield that can just go down and up. He's really strong right now. Not to mention his ult is insane. You just grab people, toss them straight off the map. Just great for getting rid of the tanks or anybody who's problematic. The same reason that Drogoz is good right now. So I would really suggest giving him a try if you have not. Last on the list is Inara. Now Inara is stomping. She is doing so good. Just her ult, great for capping the point. Her flower is strong. Of course, Mother's Grace Inara is the way that you want to be playing her. Gives her damage resistance, gives her CC immunity. It makes Ashe mains cry. They cry hysterically. You just right click and you have just countered Ashe, and Ashe does no damage. I mean, she does, but you can out damage an Ashe as Inara with Mother's Grace. Some honorable mentions that are really strong tanks. Torvald is great right now. Not as good as he was. There's other good tanks, but on the right map, killing it. Barrack got reworked, and this patch he's killing it. Depending on the map, I would definitely suggest trying him out if you have not played him. Yeah, if you haven't tried him out, his Archimetronic builds and his Tanker build are both good, which is great. That's what we want to see. We want to have viability. We want to be able to get into a game and realize, oh, are we going to be needing more damage or more point control? If you need more point control, go Archimetronics. If you need more flank damage, just be picking Tinker and you will not regret it. Anyway, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe. But most importantly, if you don't want to like the video, if you don't want to subscribe to the video, if you don't want to comment, make sure please share this with one person, and that will help me so much. I would be forever grateful for you sharing the video with one of your friends. Have a wonderful day and start crushing it in rank, guys. Peace.